I just signed up for Planet Fitness. No shame.
Yeah, no shame.
There we go. There we go. No shade. Damn right. Appreciate you, Dane.
Hey, no grunks allowed and no shade. All right. So I watched my friend's house up in Angels Camp, which is in Calaveras County. This is years and years and years ago. And I'm working out and I must have been grunting loud because the guy came up to me, the owner, and he's like, and he points to the sign. He's like, yeah, if you're going to continue to be loud and grunt, we're going to ask you to leave. I was like, how do you not work out? I go crazy, right? I'm all sweaty. My headphones are on. I'm like in a zone. I'm like, what? I can't be loud. And so if you're a loud worker outer, Patrick, then please do not go to Planet Fitness because you're not allowed to grunt or grunk, they might call it, or grunk inside of that gym.
I'm like a baby grunter. Just like if a church mouse was doing like power cleans, like that's what I would sound like.
All right, so I've been caught in the gym, and sorry guys, we'll get started in just a minute. I've been caught in the gym flipping off the weights. And people, someone will look at me like, "You good, big dog?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good." But yeah, I've been caught in the gym a couple times flipping off the weights because I was like, "Yeah, I got it. I'm good. I'm ready." So anyways. All right, guys, let's go ahead and officially get started. Happy Monday morning. Cynthia, did you get the appointment? Oh, she went off again. Okay, we'll come back to Cynthia. So happy Monday morning. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hey, Patrick, I want you to be my ears on the pavement. If for some reason my internet goes in and out, let me know, and I'm gonna switch to my hotspot.
Okay.
All right, cool. So, hey, let's give a huge shout out to Miss Angela Rose. Angela, I see a different name there for you. It says Angelia.
No, Angelia.
Angelia. All right, cool.
That's my daughter's name.
Angelia. Okay, perfect. It's beautiful. So we want to send a huge shout out to you. Did you guys have a chance to see Angela's video that just dropped yesterday?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Okay, cool. Give me some reactions. Give me reactions because I can't see everyone's hands because this group is growing so much. So the video is dope. Did the girls see it?
Yes, they loved it.
And what did they say?
My little one, the one that introduced me, she's like, "So I'm officially part of Team Fast, right?" I'm like, "Oh shit." I told Dewey, I was like, "We got to get a baby shirt for her now." Like,
yeah, I will definitely. Is she there right now?
No, today's their first day of camp, so they are gone. I am here with just the dogs. I'm like,
okay, hold on. Look at your face. She said it's the first day of camp, and it's like this sense of ease. Anyways, you guys, I loved it. I loved what you wrote about your own video, and that like it was a vulnerable moment for you. So what did you love about your own spotlight video? Share with us your thoughts.
Honestly, I loved all of it. It was very me, but I told you this when we were there. We kind of like, I don't know if you know how I am, and if you tell me a script, I sound scripted, but if you just talk to me, you'll see who I am. And you did that, and it came out as just me. It was super nerve-wracking. It was even nerve-wracking to see it on Instagram, and the support that came afterwards was so beautiful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cried yesterday because I was like, "Oh my God, everyone's so sweet."
It was like the level of support that you're getting, it's unbelievable. So for the people that haven't seen, I'm not going to share the whole video, but I do want to share just the intro because I think this was just an improv. I was like, hold on. I usually do the intros. I was like, let's let her because she's way cuter than I am. So check this out. Oops. Hold on.
On Team Fast Aiken Spotlight, we're featuring Angela Rose, who's actually my mom.
I mean, if they say you got to get somebody with the video with a hook, right? The first opening sentence could be a hook or should be a hook. That was a hook. Well, no matter what the audience is, they're going to be like, what? The real estate company having a kid do their opening? It's usually, like I said, red tie. Hey, hi, welcome. So Angela, really, really good job. I thought it was really special. So really, really great stuff. I love it. All right, so by a show of hands, or actually give me a reaction down below. How many people are first timers here in this group coaching environment? Please give me a reaction below. Okay, so Eric, I know you're okay, so there we go. All right, so the people that have been here before, let's have Miss Terry. Terry, what to expect in this environment for our guests, for the people that are brand new to group coaching. Miss Terry, take it away for a moment. Tell people what to expect in this environment. We're doing mom duties right now, so let's. Oh, someone's playing the video.
Do it. Just go out there and.
Wait, who's talking? Sorry. That was for Terry. Terry, take it away with what to expect. I don't know what that was.
I didn't either. But good morning, everybody. If you're new or if you're just everybody that's already in the group, you definitely, if you listen, you will learn. And if you learn, what you're going to get is you're going to end up being an expert. You're going to gain knowledge. And with that knowledge, you're going to get confidence, and you guys are going to kill it.
I love it. I love it. So that's that. We'll call that taking us out on the field and welcoming our guests. So for our guests in the room today and the first timers to group coaching, thank you for being here. A quick disclaimer: we believe heavily in the collective wisdom. Right? This group has been the foundation of this group has always been the collective wisdom. This is not about one person leading the way. This is about the collective minds of this team and our brothers and sisters. And that's how we roll as a company, and that's how we roll as a team. When we talk about teams, teams operate as one. There's a lot of companies out there that have a glorified group of people and call themselves a team. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors, right? A team you can truly see operates as a team. And when people look at our team and say, oh, well, I want to come join this team. Well, when you're out on this field, you better push yourself because you're doing this for your brothers and sisters. And so I look at this team as it's so cohesive. We move at a certain speed, and that's what I love about you guys. So I wanted to send a quick or share something with you guys. I did something over the weekend. Actually, I did it when I was on the way to Jen's house. So growing up, my mom had an old Volkswagen Bug, and this old Volkswagen Bug had a Porsche motor in it that my stepdad in the 80s worked at a place in San Diego called Brought Back Bugs. So every week or every other week, you bring home a different piece to the engine. And he ended up putting an 1835 Porsche motor in it. I'm not going to get too far in the woods on cars. Dual carburetor, racing cam, Hertz shifter, B&M steering wheel. This little car was one of the fastest cars in San Diego. She had got it stolen in the late 70s, and then she got it back in the early 80s. And this was before seatbelts. This was just a really, really cool car. So I wanted to officially introduce you to my newest addition to the family. All right. So you guys, my mom's bringing it up from San Diego on my son's birthday in 2 weeks. They're towing it up here. But yeah, I've always wanted it. And so I got myself a 1967 Bug. And I'll tell you what, I read that book, Never Split the Difference, when it comes to negotiating. Found out a little bit of intel from my stepdad who went and checked out the home. The gentleman was a police officer for 35 years. And he's like, I went and saw him. He's like, he wouldn't budge off his number at all. He's like, he is hard as nails. 10-minute conversation. I got him to drop the price $2,500 and give us all the parts and the boxes and the custom license plate that he wanted to keep. But part of that came from like negotiation and things that we have learned together. So I haven't named her yet. She's not here yet. She'll be here on the 26th of this month. So really, really excited to have a car that is 54 years old, and I'm going to have some fun in it. And it's going to be like my little beach mobile. And so I'm just stoked. I thought I'd share that with you guys because it's really cool. And it's something to have my son in the back and like, I don't know, it's just really nostalgic for me. So thought I'd share that with everyone. So let's go. Is Jack on? I'm going to see. Oh, so Jack, put your camera on, bro. Jackie boy.
I'm shaving right now, so I can't, but I will.
Okay, so I'm just going to edify Jack for a moment. He just texted me early on this morning that he just got into contract. So this is huge for Jack. So this is 2 deals past what his limiting belief was. His limiting belief is that I'm going to do 4 deals for the year. Everyone around him said, dude, you have far too much talent, way too much skill to set your goal so low. He's already at 6. I told him he's going to hit 15 for the year, and I totally believe that he can do it. So Jack, great job. I know that you're shaving, looking sharp for the day, but just wanted to give you a huge shout out and congratulations. All right, guys, let's go ahead and shift gears. Welcome to all of our guests. Welcome to everybody that is here for the morning. 41 people on a Monday morning. I absolutely love you guys. Appreciate you. All right, so a couple weeks back, we had a conversation and we spoke about the 1% difference, right? The 1% adjustment that you can make in your life and business that will give you a different trajectory over time. And I wanted to have a conversation around that today, and also wanted to call on a couple of people to dive in a little bit deeper on this. I was reading the book, and you guys, I am obsessed with this book, Atomic Habits. If you have not picked up this book, I encourage you, I implore you, I highly, highly, highly want to push you guys to get that book and start implementing things in this book, because it's absolutely profound. So when I was reading this book, it said the 1% isn't very notable, and sometimes it's not even noticeable. And so let's stay on that for a minute. When you guys are thinking about your success and whether you have reached the level of success that you want, or whether you've reached the level of success that you've been working towards, which we call that the plateau of latent potential. We'll get there in a moment. So sometimes that pace could seem really, really slow. I want to tell you this. What happens in business, especially when you come out, and let's look at Christina D as a good example. You come in with all this excitement. Oh my God, yes, 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 I love this. I passed my exam, right? Now it's like, okay, I got a prospect. I haven't done anything yet. And it's like right there. It's right there. It's like you go up and then you come down and you haven't gotten into contract yet. And you're like, shit, am I going to be able to make it, or is this business going to break it? And quite frankly, a lot of people don't make it in this business. You know why? Because they're not able to see past that. They're not able to see past that valley, or that valley of disappointment that they're currently in. And so they throw in the towel, be like, oh, I can't do this. I got to go get a job. Happens to a lot of people in this business. So I wrote here that slow pace of transformation is sometimes daunting. So I want to tell you guys that I want each and every one of you to be patient. Success doesn't just happen overnight. When you look at someone like Jen or Dewey or even Kenny, for example, that success wasn't built overnight. This is a culmination of all the small things that they have done for years and years now that have now equated to their success. Give you a quick story. Did you guys know that the Fast Agent was derived from a Fat Agent campaign? Kenny said, I just wanted to be an agent that went around and documented me eating a bunch of food and call myself the Fat Agent. He's like, that didn't really catch fire. And so he shifted into this Fast Agent, right? So think about that, right? He just used to create videos about him eating a bunch of bullshit. And then it changed, obviously, over time into the Fast Agent, right? If you look back at Kenny's marketing 3-5 years ago, it was ugly, right? Let's say 5 years ago. It was like almost like Vistaprint. I told him that the other day. I was like, dude, it looks like Vistaprint. But it was like small pieces. Kenny had a team fast before Climb Real Estate that he left at Michael James Real Estate because it just wasn't working out, and then he rebuilt, right? So when I'm talking about this, you guys, I want to talk about that slow pace of transformation. That slow pace of transformation can be so daunting at times that what can happen is that you can often replace it with bad habits. And what I mean, it's like, oh, gosh darn it, this isn't working. I revert back to bad habits, right? So I wrote here, if you miss a workout, okay, cool. Your body's going to be okay with it. If you miss 1 or 2 dinners with your family and you don't have that family time, I'm sure they'll forgive you, right? But what happens over time if you continuously miss time with your family? What happens if over time you continuously miss a workout, right? I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable right now. Hey, I put some of my workout routine on the back burner during COVID, and I feel it, right? Put on a couple extra pounds, feel it, felt a little bit more sluggish, and I made excuses. Here was the excuse. Well, the gyms aren't open, right? How many of us put on a couple extra pounds during COVID? Huh? Right? But we didn't necessarily have to, but we made an excuse that, oh, gyms aren't open, the sauna's not open. I love sitting in the sauna and sweating, right? And so we made some excuses for ourselves. So you guys know that small little things done on a bad habit, a daily bad habit of eating, those one meal is fine, but it's the culmination. And so I want to share some thoughts with you guys. It says here that when we repeat 1% of our errors, a decline here and a decline there, that leads to a potential problem. right? You should be far less concerned about your current trajectory you should be far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results. Oftentimes we think about, oh man, I got to get there. And I'm going to set this big goal for yourself. I'm going to tell you what, you guys, I want you to throw your goals out the window. Not saying that your goals are not important. Don't get this twisted. Your goals are certainly important, but what is more important is your processes and your systems in order to get to that goal. Because how many of us have ever fallen short of a goal, right? We've all fallen short of a goal, right? Because something got in our way, something was going on in our life, we made some excuses, whatever that is, we've fallen short of our goal. So what I want to talk about today is some of the processes and some of the systems that are going to help support you getting you where you want to go. I wrote here, it says, your outcomes are lagging measure of your habits. God bless you. Weight is measured by your eating. Your net worth is measured by your financial habits. Your appointments set are a measure of your prospecting time, right? You get what you repeat. When we look at this business, you guys, this business has to be constant every single day, doing small things that are going to give you a complete different trajectory over time. You have to look at this business as I'm all in. If you're a hobbyist, if you're a generalist in this business, it's probably not going to work out for you. And I mean that with all seriousness. But if that's cool, if you want to do 1 or 2 deals a year, don't let me knock you. It's just going to be really hard for you to hit that level of income. You guys know that you can make millions of dollars in this business. Shit, you guys know you could just make a couple $100,000 and probably be pretty secure in your life and pretty happy. It says here that time magnifies the margin between success and failure. Good habits make your time your ally, and bad habits make your time your enemy. Let me read that again, you guys. Good habits make time your ally, and bad habits make time your enemy. It says here, breakthrough moments are often a result of many previous actions. And I wrote this down as an example. I wrote 2 examples for myself. An asparagus plant. Does anybody know how long it takes for an asparagus plant to come to harvest? For you to have a couple. Say again, Kathy?
4 years.
So within 2 years, you can probably get a handful of asparagus. But this is a long journey for it to come into harvest. I wrote here, it says here, give the bamboo example. For the first 5 years when bamboo is first planted, it builds extensive root systems underground for an exploding 90 feet within the air within 6 weeks. So you guys, you have to think about yourselves in the context of being a bamboo plant, right? You might not see everything breaking ground right now. All the time, the effort, the energy, you guys, I want to tell you that it's there. It's closer than you think. I posted something on my on Instagram yesterday, and it was a giant rock. And this guy had these little things that he was like a stone cutter, right? He's hammering. And you guys can hit that stone 1,000 times and nothing fucking happens, right? And then 1,001 time you hit it and it finally breaks open. It's not that you had more force than before. It's like finally, it's the culmination of that constant. And then finally that the rock broke off, right? It's kind of like how earthquakes happen, right? Over time, the plates are always shifting. And then one time you have this major shift and you have this huge earthquake. You guys have to think about your business in that same sense. Every single thing that you're doing consistently, your good habits, right, are going to equate for that major eruption over time. That plant to sprout out of the ground out of nowhere after you've been watering that shit for 2 years. So I want to share this with you guys, and I thought this was cool. It says here that whether you are a winner or you are losing, the outcome and the goal was still the same, right? Think of yourself as a sports player. If we were going up against a team right now, don't they have the same goal? They have the same goal to win, right? They want to win. Well, if the goal is the same between winners and losers, then what's the key differentiator? The key differentiator is the people that work behind the scenes, that practice, that showed up 4 times during the week to go over their systems and go over their plays. How many people are 49ers fans in this room? How many people are diehard? Wait, Christina, are you a Raiders fan? Oh man, see, I'm in really, really bad company here because I'm a San Diego Chargers fan.
Raiders.
Bye.
I know where I'm at, you guys. I know where I'm at. So I wrote here, forget about the goals, focus on the systems instead. Bill Walsh once said that the score takes care of itself, right? Think about that. The score takes care of itself. What we're going to do is if we practice hard enough, if we come together, if we share, if we grind, if we prospect, if we learn, if we apply, and we do that consistently, the score is going to take care of itself. What's the score in our environment? The score is consistently getting into contract, right? The score is going to take care of yourself, you guys. I don't care if PK says, I want to do 20 deals a year. PK doesn't show up to coaching. PK doesn't prospect. PK doesn't ask for help. Do I personally think that she's going to hit her goal? Hell no, I don't. But when she grinds and she shows up and she's in the office, how would you respond? Yeah, actually, Tom, this is what I would do, right? Apply and learn and learn and learn. The score is going to take care of itself. That really stood out for me because winners and losers have the same exact goal. Your key differentiator is the systems and the processes and the training and the practice that you put behind the scenes. Because at the end of the day, that is what is going to separate all of us, and that's what's going to help us win. So my roundtable discussion for today, I want to go around the room and I want to hear from you guys. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of reading. I'm so excited about where we are. I'm excited and I'm grateful to be at 42 people. And we just hit over 50 on Friday. Like I'm grateful for this experience. So I wanted to hear from you guys because that's where the beauty is. So I'm going to go to a couple people. Joaquin, I'm going to start out with you, my man. So hopefully you're ready. So my question for the morning is, in your own experience, business or personal, what is a habit, and you can choose good or bad in this context to share, that gave you a positive or negative outcome in your life? So you can choose to take it on a negative example, or you could take it on a positive example. So what are some key habits that if you look back in your life, be like, damn, those had a either positive or negative impact on my life?
Yeah, for me, it's been getting everything ready the night before. I wasn't doing that until I think I got with Team Fast, because you guys really talk heavily on the importance of scheduling and having an agenda, being organized. Because I have a full-time job, it's really hard to plan for a whole week. So what I have to do is plan the day before and then get my day going. So I'm kind of going day by day, but that's been very productive because I know for a fact I could handle one day ahead of me. Kind of like you're talking about, right? Increment, step by step. So I just worry on the now, which is today and tomorrow, right? For me, at least, that's the now. Then that's gonna be able to help me out. And it's been effective thus far. So I'm looking forward to the time where I can really plan a whole week, because I'm not there yet, but that's what's really helped me out thus far.
And so if you didn't do those things, I mean, what is the possible like negative repercussions of something like that?
I end up winging it, which that's hit or miss. And, you find yourself having more strikeouts, you know what I mean? If we use that baseball analogy, when you wing it. And when you don't, you're a bit more consistent. And it helps you too, just stay consistent, kind of what you're talking about,
Yeah, dude, I absolutely love that, because I've said this again and I'll say it again. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You cannot go through this business haphazardly. You cannot wake up like, oh shit, okay, well, I'm going to read for 30 minutes. Well, no, okay, I'm not going to read. I'm going to make some breakfast first. And then I'm going to I'm not going to read because I'm going to check some emails. Well, all right, well, I'm going to go on Instagram for like 20 minutes and like peruse. And then like, oh, let me put some laundry. Like, I swear you guys, it happens to the best of us, right? You have to wake up and say, I am running a corporation. I'm up early, right? I am up early. I'm thinking. Because if I don't show up consistently, how could I expect that from any of you? Kenny and I have to set the tone for the company to show you guys that, hey, consistency is going to pay off in your business. We're going to lead by example. So I love that. It's good stuff, Joaquin. So let's go over to Cynthia. Cynthia, for you to ask the question one more time. In your own experience, business or personal, what is a habit, good or bad, that had a positive or negative outcome in your life?
My morning routine is my biggest habit that I start off with every morning, and the mornings that I don't, it affects the entire day. Like yesterday, Sunday morning, I just went straight to a walk instead of doing my morning routine. And by the middle of the day, I was like, I'm ready for a nap. I can't function like that. I didn't get my head on straight in the beginning, in the morning. So the rest of the day was just kind of shitty, really, to be honest. Yeah. That to me is huge. Like I spend at least 30 minutes quiet time getting myself straight before I even talk to anyone, before I pick up Instagram, before I look on Slack, and it's super helpful.
Yeah, because here's the thing, and somebody like Cynthia and her and I are similar in the amount of like energy that we give, right? It's exhausting sometimes, right? So if we don't spend that time with ourselves, like, okay, let me get grounded because I'm going to give a lot today, right? You got to realize we're giving so much. Like we got to spend some time prepping for that and preparing for that because we're giving so much, because it could be exhausting at times. So I really appreciate you saying that. So PK had her workout this morning, so I'm sure you have some thoughts on this. So in your experience, business or personal, what is the habit, good or bad, that had a positive or negative outcome on your life?
It's interesting because during the pandemic, as everyone else was kind of losing momentum and letting go of their habits, I realized that my habit of getting in my car, driving to the office and having that kind of like autopilot morning and then suddenly nothing was breaking me into like literal pieces. So I started building a habit of every morning, 7 a.m. I'm working out for 1 hour, and I was able to be in my best shape during pandemic. I lost weight. I was super strong, and that's why I got into real estate, because I was so confident that I can do anything and everything in this world, because the fitness part and going through just like layers of breaking throughout the sessions, you know, I learned that if I consistently show up, I can do it. And that's why I switched. I left my corporate job because I was super confident that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And when I started joining Team Fast and going to escrow, I lost that morning routine a little bit because I was super overwhelmed with like this and that. And then I realized that, oh shit, if I let go of what the foundation I built for myself during the pandemic, I'm not going to be able to continue with the pace and the, you know, the strength that I need to build this business and move forward with my goals. So now I'm back on track, never missing my sessions. The 7 a.m. morning is my time to focus on my fitness and my mental health. It's really the only way I can keep going.
Man, I absolutely love that. And I appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing, because let's think about this. Let's think about balance, right? I could come to coaching and be like, you know, I'm so committed to my business. I'm prospecting daily. I'm doing this. I'm going to the office. I'm educating myself. But what else am I not doing, right? Am I telling my fiance or my partner, hey, I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Let me try to mute somebody. Okay, whoever just muted, thank you. But if you're not coming home, and let me mute Jen. If you're not coming home and telling your significant others how much you love them, if you're not spending time with your children, if you're not giving back to yourself, how can you have a well-balanced life if you are consistent in everything that you do in business, but inconsistent in other parts of your life, right? And that's where balance comes in. I think that's what a lot of us struggle with. Be like, how many of us have missed a workout because we were dealing with a client, or we were driving, or it went over, right? It's not an excuse. We had a client go into an open house yesterday. We're like, well, you should be there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a decision that I am going to work out for 2 hours and I'm not going to go to the open house with them. And I feel okay with that decision because I need it for myself, right? Like I need to tell my lady that I love her and spend time with her and eat sushi on the beach because I have to do that consistently in order for us to grow, right? And so I appreciate you sharing that, PK. Let's go over to Eric. Eric's brand new. He's a guest in this environment today, bro, if you don't mind sharing. So once again, the question is, in your own experience, personal or business, what is a habit, good or bad, that had a positive or negative outcome on your life?
So I had a bunch of things spinning through my head because I just kind of left the corporate world, like graduated college, and I worked at Facebook for 5 years, and just it was like breaking out of that is definitely the hardest part. But I'll kind of piggyback off of the last couple of things people were saying to kind of keep it more relevant, and that would be, I heard some good advice. Someone recently told me, just pretend that you are retired. Today's your first day of retirement. You're a multimillionaire, and just like sit and think about, build out your perfect day. What does it look like? And so I spent a couple days to kind of clear my head, and I was like, okay, I still want to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. I don't want to be like a lazy, like I don't want to do that. I want to wake up and I want to kill it at whatever I'm doing. I'm going to probably have some private business hobby, and health is the most important thing in the world. So like I want to just crush it in the gym for an hour. I want to eat as healthy as I can because I know I love really bad food. And then I want to just get all the work done and then spend time with family, and that's what's important. And then so I kind of codified that out, and then I built my work schedule around that foundation, and it's been really helpful. It definitely relieved a lot of pressure and anxiety, and it's like, okay, wow, today I am already living that perfect life. I just have to remind myself that I'm doing that.
Wow, dude, really, really good stuff. I appreciate you sharing. Love it. Brianna, let's go over to you. Same question for you, Brianna.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. So I was thinking about this, a habit, good or bad. And for me, it's consistency, and that can go either way. So I can be consistent in whether it's studying or doing my training, or I can be consistently inconsistent or a consistent procrastinator. So that'll affect my habits and the goals that I reach.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah.
I love how just open, because I saw people's reaction like, wow, yeah, to think about consistency in that level. No matter what you're doing consistently in your life is going to give you an outcome, whether it's good or whether it's bad, right? What happens if you consistently do not do prospecting? Huh? Broke salespeople have skinny children. Somebody told me that early in my sales career. So here's the thing. You got to realize, like, man, if I don't prospect every single day, how the heck am I going to build a business, right? How am I going to build a business? If I went to McDonald's every single day, consistently, Brianna, for the next 30 days, what do you think is going to happen to my body?
Yeah, shut down.
How am I going to feel? I'm going to have no sense of vitality. I'm going to feel awful. But if it's an occasional meal, right? So Brianna, I love that approach and that viewpoint of consistency. So good stuff. I really appreciate you sharing. Let's go over to Johnson Locke. So Johnson, same question for you, my brother.
I think consistency is the same thing I've been going through. So I've been prospecting like every day, but I think it's starting to play like a toll on my mind where like, man, all these people I'm messaging, it's not really working out. But I know the more I do it, like it's going to eventually land that, that needle in a haystack where I get lucky and I get that client that's going to want to work with me.
What is your favorite level of communication, style of communication? Is it video? Is it text? Is it phone calls? What's your favorite way of communicating?
I mean, I think on a personal level, it will be phone calls, but I've been sending a lot of text messages to these people because I feel like that first point of contact through text is just easier than calling, because I'll be waiting through calls after call and it's just ringing and ringing. I feel like it's wasting a lot more time.
Okay. How many videos are you sending out right now?
I'm not sending out any videos at all.
Yeah. So I would switch it up so it doesn't seem monotonous to you. Right. And it's literally like this, like, hello, hey, Johnson, it's Elias Astuto. We haven't met officially, but you've been searching on Zillow for the last couple of months. Just want to touch base, put a face to the name because I've been corresponding with you, and just want to say hello, quick introduction, face it, whatever that message is. But try that, because by a show of hands, how many people have watched the video this morning? Doing your morning bathroom routine or whatever you're doing in the morning. We've all watched one video probably. So Johnson, maybe there's an opportunity for you to try to do things, something that's different, that feels a little bit different, right? So you're not trapped in the mundane. And then how often are you listening to your phone calls or listening to other people's phone calls?
I've like daily, just for like a couple minutes to see what other people are like saying, like script wise.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, my man, like the Stonecutter, bro. just keep on
Yeah.
hitting, keep on, because you're going to make a call one day. And yeah, actually, we have a $2.4 million home we're thinking about putting on the market in Alamo. Wonderful. I could be there today. Right? I promise you it will happen. So I love it. I appreciate you sharing. Let's go over to Ryan. Ryan, same question for you, my man.
I'm actually glad you came to me because I've read the book, The Atomic Habits. And
So it's funny you say that, because I felt, not saying that I didn't feel from everyone, I felt like Ryan was like, this motherfucker.
yo, I was ready. I was like, call on me today. So if I can plug the book any harder, I'm not getting any money from these book sales. But
Me neither.
Something that I was doing consistently and stopped doing was, tracking progress. And we talk about Sisu all the time. And one of the powerful things I got from the book was this accountability contract. And typically you make this contract with another person. And you can make the penalty anything you want, but the idea is, okay, I say I'm going to make 1,000 calls this week. If I fall short, my accountability partner will therefore hold me accountable, and whatever the penalty is I set for myself, I'll have to endure that. So I was doing this for a long time, and I felt like I was being so productive doing that. So if I can, I definitely will co-sign what Elias says, check out the book. And I'm writing my contract for July right now. So yeah, definitely tracking your stuff is, because we're chasing the result, right? But the result, we don't know when it's going to come. We don't know how it's going to come and what that's going to look like. But if you're doing the 20 calls a day, DMing 5 people a day, just like the stone cracking eventually, you're going to get 3 escrows in a week and not know what to do with yourself. You know what I mean? So I have to remind myself of this every day, because I'm an athlete. I'm looking for the touchdown every day. And, it doesn't work like that. You have to get the 5 yards, the 10 yards, aim for the first downs.
That's right. That's why you have 4. You have 4 first downs, right? I mean, 4 attempts to get 10 yards, right?
Yeah.
It's a great analogy, man. It's good stuff. So you guys, let's think about this from a scientific level. What is an atom?
What is a what?
An atom, because the book is called
Oh.
Atomic Habits. So what is an atom?
The tiniest little particle. I don't know.
Totally. And if
A
you
small, tiny charged particle.
Totally. And if you combine those tiny charged particles, what are we comprised of as humans? We're comprised of atoms, right? So here we are, these beautiful, great creations, right? And we're comprised by all these small little atoms. So that's where the base of this book comes. It's like, if you add up all these small little things, these 1% things, look at what this beautiful thing that you can create, right? Look at us as human beings. We're all made up of atoms, right? And so I thought that was cool when I was reading this book. I was like, wait a minute, where does this come from? He's like, that's what an atomic habit is. It's this culmination of all these small little things to build these beautiful people that you are. So really good stuff. Let's hear from a couple of the people. Let's go to Armando. Armando looks like he's having a nice little breakfast over there, brother. What are you having?
The bagel, cream cheese, and some good old H2O.
All right, brother. So take it away, man. Let's hear from you.
So, I had a few good habits that I implemented before that were really helping me out. I'm just gonna go. I actually really want to talk about something very basic, is like just your diet, man. Like, there's like, probably a lot of you guys know, when you guys are meal prepping your own meals, you guys are eating a little bit healthier, taking your vitamins and everything, you guys feel more energetic throughout the day, and you just feel more, I guess you could say, just more upbeat. Because recently I was slipping a little bit on my diet and exercise, and I noticed that I was like super lethargic throughout the day, and there'd be days where I thought, man, I really need a nap, man. I don't know, I was just slower, not just not as enthusiastic about the day, just felt super drained. And that just, just changing up, getting back to it has really helped me. Also too, there's something that I believe it was Ryan that said, tracking your progress. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a real big one, because you can kind of see like throughout, because like,
Hey, Armando, we're losing your audio, bro. And I know you have some really good stuff to say, but you're going in and out, man.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's way better, bro.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's way better.
Oh man, these AirPods are done. So yeah, tracking your progress. That's a really big one. Just because sometimes like throughout the day, at the end of the day, if we don't see what we did, sometimes we'll like psych ourselves up and think, oh yeah, we got a lot done. But if you actually like track your progress, you'll be like, oh wait, I didn't do as much as I thought, or I didn't do as much as I wanted to do. And from there, you can kind of like go back to the, you can go back to the game room, kind of like just like change up your plan. Like, okay, like my day, I wasn't as productive. What could I have done to allocate my time better to be more productive?
Totally, man. Good stuff. Yeah, your audio was going in and out, but I think we got the gist of everything. Let's go over to Jeff, because Jack's shaving. So Jeff, my man, let's talk about that, man. Same question for you, my brother. So in your own experience, business or personal, what is a habit, good or bad, that had a positive or negative impact on your life?
Definitely. I'm gonna go very vulnerable here, like really, really vulnerable, and go a bad habit that consistently will come up is self-limited beliefs and self-doubt. So it's crazy because like you'll think like I am very confident, definitely, like you in the foundation as a man and my principles. But sometimes when I get into new industries or just new phases, I'll start, the self-doubt will just come up. And I was talking to Cynthia the other day, and it reminded me because she was like, oh yeah, when I write a contract, I get nervous still, or like when I go and do something, I still get nervous. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, because I remember when I was in high school and playing football, I used to ride the bus to go to game day, and I would look around and I used to think I was the only one getting nervous. But in actuality, like everybody else around me was nervous, but it was because those self-limiting beliefs that I had, that I thought like, oh, I'm getting nervous because I can't really perform, or I can't do this. So that is one that I have, and I'm consistently fighting at it. You know what I'm saying? Always talking myself up. That's why you see so much positive on my Instagram and stuff all around me. Like I have right here, if I could flip in my room up there, it says, get up and go get it. Philippians 4:13. So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But I consistently try to keep my mind in a positive place, but I do know that my mind will shift to that self-doubt. Wow. I really appreciate you being humble and being, vulnerable in this moment, you guys. And I think that happens to a lot of us, right? It creeps in, but it's the consistency of reminding ourselves how great we are, right? And it's okay to get nervous, you guys. I'll be vulnerable too. Like every time before group coaching, I'm up, I am writing notes, I am reading, I am highlighting, I am circling, I am reading Success Magazine. I'm just trying to find things to provide value and to have great dialogue with you guys. And so I'm nervous every single session, you guys, because I want to show up for you guys. And so, Jeff, I love that, man. But if the more prepared you are, the more confident you'll be with anything that you're doing, right? The more prepared, more time that you have to think and rehearse and plan, you'll be more confident, man. So absolutely love it, Jeff. Really, really good stuff. Let's go over Christina D. Take it away.
Hi. Okay. So I am consistent with work, but when it comes to my personal life, and recently working out, I've stopped, and I need to find the energy and the drive to get up and do it again. I think it was Ryan this morning. It was like 4:30 or 5 in the morning. I don't know, or something super early this morning. And I couldn't go to sleep, but I couldn't get out of bed to get on my Peloton. Like there's just like this heavy weight of energy on me when it comes to working out. And I've gained 13 pounds since last year, and I don't like it. I have meal prep in my fridge, but I'm not eating it. And I need that, like, I don't know what I need, but I need some type of push when it comes to my personal like well-being. When it comes to work, forget it. I'm here. There's no excuses. Like there's no limits. But yeah.
Yeah, well then
I need help.
you cannot work from a sense of urgency and you can't work from a sense of panic. And what I mean by that is that if you can have that same energy and excitement about your career, you have to have that same excitement about your energy or your health, because if you don't put that in check, your business won't sustain. It won't. You won't have the energy to do this for 5 to 10 years if you don't put that first. Happens to a lot of us, right? If you don't put that first and make that a priority, you won't be able to withstand in this business, because this shit's gonna knock you down. Because this shit's gonna knock you down. This stuff's gonna be hard. It's gonna push you. It's gonna break you some days where you feel like, oh my God, I just want to fucking cry, right? But if I have released endorphins and created dopamine in my body by working out, by exercising, by releasing, then I'm able to handle it. But if I don't do that and I don't give back to myself, I'm going to see it on the end, and I'm going to work from a sense of panic. And if I work from a sense of panic because, oh my God, I didn't work out and I didn't do this, now I'm going to cause stress. When I cause stress in my life, that's when disease can happen. That's when people get, things that are life threatening, right? So it's like, think about this in the context of, I have to get better with that in order for me to continue to have this level of energy for my business. It's happened to all of us. I promise you. So it's good stuff, you guys. Let's hear from one other person. And let's go over to Miss Kathy. Go ahead. Who's that?
It's Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. Go ahead.
Hi, how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well.
We're well.
Well,
good to see you.
I have good habits and bad habits, and Jeff actually inspired me to speak out. A lot is in like self-doubt, and sometimes the people you surround yourself can bring your self-doubt. So I look forward to surrounding myself with people who bring out the best in me, because there is already enough self-doubt in myself towards myself, just because of how hard I am on my expectations of like me getting started on things. So even like the team, I've noticed that being around in the office is just a huge like push, even like putting my picture out there on social media, or starting my social media, showing that I'm doing real estate, not like I'm not a secret agent, which I called it. It's just so surrounding yourself with people that are inspiring you and are pushing you and take the time to like truly care. Even I know Christina does this a lot. So I know, like for myself, fitness and stuff like that has never been a problem, because I just do it, right? I'm not waiting to, okay, tomorrow I'm going to start, because I'm not waiting for the perfect excuse, perfect scenario, perfect situation to do it. It's like an automatic pilot. Sometimes I don't want to do it, but it's just like, I don't want to reach another year and be like, oh, I'm not happy with where I'm at, right? And I've taken that same, force towards my career, especially by going to the office, because that was just a huge trip for me. Like, I didn't know what I was stepping into. I didn't know the kind of conversations that people were going to have, the kind of, what am I going to do? I'm just getting started with my business. I'm going in there with people who are, already scheduling pictures for their homes, are scheduling meetings with their clients, and I go in there for a week, and I by Saturday, I'm doing an open house. I have 5 potential people I need to keep up with today. So after my workout, I have things to do in my business. Not only, I have a workout and a house to clean, or things to do for my husband. It's now me as well, my business, and that. So just like also surrounding yourself with people that inspire you, and you need to go out and look for it. It's not going to come to your home, right? So that's my thing.
Wow, really great. So I appreciate you. She's like, wait, I want to share. Like I
just got out of my workout, and I look a bit like this, right? But yeah.
No, hey, we appreciate this, and I want to share something with you guys really quick. Oops, let me share something. Stop my share. Let me share my screen. Hold on one second. All right. right, so can you guys see this document that I have pulled up right now? Can you guys see this?
We just see his Zoom.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Let me see if I can pull it up a different way. How about now?
Yes.
You guys can see this? Okay.
Yes, graph.
All right. So the compounding effect of 1% improvement over time, right? It's if you're not doing the things, and if you're doing the wrong things, obviously on the bottom, if you're looking down the road, years and years down the road, this can obviously lead to a decline in your life. But if you're looking at your life and saying, you know what, I can make a 1% improvement in my life. I can make a 1% improvement in the way that I follow up, the way that I communicate, the way that I make my prospecting calls. Hey, for instance, Ashley, her 1% improvement is simply going to the office. She didn't say, I'm going to go to the office and you guys better fucking inspire me. She's like, I'm going to make one minor shift and that's going to get my ass to the office a couple times a week. Now what's happening? She did a 1% shift. She got a new client. She learned something new. She heard something new. She went to a pop-up training that we had. Went to another pop-up training. So now she's going to start to see this improvement by a 1% change in her life and her business. And so when you guys think about it, like I said, it's sometimes very, very hard to notice, right? The 1% things are very, very hard to notice, but they're there. And you got to be patient with yourself, you guys. This is going to be tough. And you're going to hit a time where you might be here, but you guys just keep on hitting that hammer at your stone and keep on hitting that hammer. And then one day it's just going to break open. So you guys, we're coming to the tail end of group coaching. Want to go around the room, want to hear some key takeaways from today's session. Let's go over to Kelly O'Gorman. What were some of your key takeaways from today's session?
That we're all human, that we all struggle a little bit and succeed hopefully a little bit more than we struggle, right?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people talked about health and exercise and diet. You know, a few like easy things. 15 minutes of moving your body is better than 0 minutes.
Yeah.
Eat a lot more vegetables than you think you need to, and drink a lot more water than you think you need to. Prioritize sleep, and you'll all be in a better spot than where you started.
Love it. Love it. Patrick, let's go over to you, my man. Takeaways from today's session.
I mean, honestly, just build how important it is to build good habits and what kind of effect it can have long term. In addition, I think just in general, I think the lesson overall, aside from just, you know, better habits, is just recognizing that this is the long game. You know, I was lucky enough early, you know, I started residential in January, but I've been in real estate for maybe 3 years, and I have recognized that this stuff takes time. It's a reason why, you know, I haven't gotten too discouraged with not having a close yet. I just got to stay focused and stay committed. And a lot of this actually reminded me of a quote that's out there, which is, you're either every day which means that if you wake up tomorrow and you just try to do exactly what you did yesterday, that's not an improvement. You're getting worse. You've got to continue to improve and improve and improve. And that 1% difference is going to compound. It's going to accelerate. And at some point, if you stay consistent with it, it's going to be like the bamboo, like, you know, it's just going to shoot up higher than you could ever imagine. So it's about really staying focused, committed, and not getting too down on yourself, which is natural, but not too down on yourself, you know, when you run into these issues.
I love it. And you know what, that quote right there, or that discussion about the bamboo, and I highlighted this right here, extensive root system, right? Your guys' prospecting, your community events, your 5 pillars of production, you guys are laying these extensive roots in your business so your business can take off and sprout. So really good stuff. Let's hear from Amy Powlin. Amy Powlin, takeaways from today's session.
Oh man, this was a good one. I tried to write down everything you said because it was so poignant. My thing that I'm going to continue to say to myself all day long: be more concerned with your current trajectory than your current results. That's huge. That's huge. And you get what you repeat. That was big. I also liked how you talked about the valley of disappointment and the slow pace of transformation. Slow is okay because you're transforming. And I liked how you talked about being patient. And that success does not happen overnight. Like we're building, we're growing, you know, that is a very powerful mindset so I mean, this was super rich today. So
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your insight. Like, thank you so much. That was beautifully said. Ashley, did you have a question? Sorry, I saw a hand raised.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
I just wanted to contribute to just from the week I have been going to the office and you know the meetings and everything I've been is I think comparing yourself to others' progress and just trying to be there and not doing things because, oh, well, I'm not there is not the right way to go about it. Just comparison is the thief of joy. And I truly believe that because everybody has their own journey. Everybody is different. And that's the beautiful thing about this team, that you guys encourage the differences in everyone. For we can, you know, if it is for you, if the business is for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's okay. There's something else that is going to be for you, but just keep going, right? And enjoy the process. I had a talk with Roxanne, and the one thing I can always take from her is enjoy the process. Retire early, but enjoy the process. And that's just such a beautiful thing. Because I think I come from a career where it's like, you come to a point where you're waiting for the summer vacation. And that's not okay either, you know, because you are spending 180 days waiting for summer vacation. And I love this, the team, because everybody seems like, yeah, it's hard and it could be stressful, but at the end of the day, they look like they're enjoying everything. And I stopped comparing myself. And I stop. And the same thing with fitness. Don't try to compare yourself to others, because then you're not going to get to the gym. You're not going to eat that right meal because you're already at this point, right? So,
yeah, I love it.
That's my thing.
I mean, hats off to you. I mean, Ashley's been on the team for, you know, a little over a month now, I think, right? But this has been happening for about a year. Like this, we're recording for about a year.
Yeah.
But like just the fact that you're speaking up right now and the things that you're sharing and this level of confidence that I'm hearing from the way that you're speaking, it's really amazing. So I'm going to have our squad leader kind of wrap up our meeting and take us off the field. So Cynthia, let's wrap it up. Key takeaways, and let's have you take us off the field.
Key takeaways, like Kelly and Amy and all of you guys just said, is like it kind of just all starts from within, is what I think that we all were just trying to like harness. Is it starts from within, and we get to set those goals. We are the ones that get to go make those commitments. We have to hold ourselves to those commitments. So it's Monday, you guys, let's go fucking crush it, you know, because we're all winners. It's in us. We just got to unleash it. So go unleash it.
That's right, you guys. 1%, you guys. Do that over time, and I promise you, you'll see a huge shift in your life and your business. So get out there and rock your day. I'm gonna actually be in the Walnut Creek office today, so hopefully I'll see some of your faces there. So have an amazing week. We didn't put our intentions and our commitments in for the week, but make sure that you stay true to that as well. What am I committed to achieving this week, and what are my intentions for the week? Thank you to our guests. Eric, I'll be calling you shortly to connect. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you once again for attending. Have a great day, everyone.